There are several books, and now there are some documentaries popping up talking about the blue zones, and these are the areas throughout the world where people live to a very long, ripe old age. And it's not just about living longer, but these are communities where the elderly are still performing at a relatively high level. And one such nation is Okinawa, where they have, I think they may have the highest number of centenarians of per capita. And something they practice, it's a term they use, is called hara, hachi, which basically means eat to 8 of 10 parts full, or eat to 80%. And that is something that we start early and press upon our clients, the importance of eating to 80% full. Because although we often want to think about what we're eating, a lot of times it's not so much what we're eating, but it's how we're eating, and certainly how much we're eating. Someone could do the Twinkie diet to where they are only eating Twinkies, but if they don't exceed the energy needs of their body, then they're going to lose weight. And so, again, the food you eat is extremely important, but if you simply start to control how much and you prevent yourself from overeating, you will lose weight. And so this concept of hara, hachi, or eating to 80% full, helps people to begin to get in the habit of eating a little less food. Because here's the thing, hunger is not an emergency, but yet we in this modernized world, in America, we eat like we're on death row. It's our last meal, or we won't ever get to eat a meal again. So oftentimes, eat a little bit less. Know full well that in several hours, maybe a few hours, you're going to get an opportunity to eat again. So we don't need to freak out. We don't need to overeat. But with that comes the importance of being mindful when you are eating your food. An example I give is if you go to a movie theater and you get this huge bucket of popcorn, the reason you ate that entire thing of popcorn wasn't because it necessarily tasted good, because admittingly it was probably stale and not that great, but you were distracted. You were engaged in something else, the popcorn was there, and you were just eating on it. Whereas if I came into your house and gave you that bucket of popcorn and told you to sit at your dinner table with no distraction and started eating that, you'd be like, either no, I'm not going to, or you'd have a little bit of it and you'd probably be satisfied. So the purpose of that tale is mindfulness is so important when it comes to what we're eating and ultimately how much we're eating. So that's one of the things that I will coach clients on, is they don't necessarily always have to change something right away. What I want to do is have them become mindful of it. And certainly in the area of eating, of being mindful of how quickly or how slowly you're eating, what you're eating, the textures of the food you're eating, the flavors, of really enjoying and being mindful of what it is you're eating, because you will, A, eat less, and B, you will enjoy it more. And if you aren't enjoying it, you're actually going to eat less because you'll stop eating it. So being mindful or aware is one of the greatest, I'd say, weapons or tools you have in eating the appropriate amounts, enjoying food a whole lot. Like that is something too I want to press upon clients, is I want them to enjoy food. Yes, I would absolutely love them for, and this happens, what they want. So often people are like, it must be cool to eat whatever you want and look like that. Well, guess what? The foods I want are different than the foods that I used to want. Because ultimately, all of us get to eat what we want. That's the great thing about living in this great nation, is that we can eat, for the most part, most of us can eat what we want. It's just a matter of changing what you want. A lot of times our wanter is broken, so it's a matter of fixing that or moving that wanter in the direction of what it is you actually want. Because I feel good about eating lean proteins and veggies and complex carbohydrates and healthy fats, but That doesn't mean that I don't enjoy pizza and I don't enjoy burgers. I do, but I eat those things mindfully because I don't eat them as frequently. But I want to enjoy that moment. I want to enjoy the people I'm with. So food is something to be enjoyed. So people that say it's only fuel, I want to be careful to say that. It certainly is fuel, but food is something to be enjoyed. So I certainly don't want people to completely abstain from. But man, if they can have this paradigm shift of the foods that they want, then that's going to serve them well.